Hello, my fellow skateboarders, longboarders, and freelance skaters. This is Krishan Srinivasan, a fine art photographer and a distance skater. I welcome you all to another episode. Okay, so this video is going to be of a little different aspect ratio and of a different resolution on total. I probably would try to make it to 1080p when I edit this video. Okay, but I'm recording this on my MacBook Air early 2015 model because my computer monitor, which I usually use for all the screen recordings purpose, it got break down, because of the unexpected surge, and the main board of the monitor got fried, and the service center of that monitor took 3.5 weeks to tell me that there are no stocks for the replacement part. And by the time I ordered some new monitor on Amazon, the lockdown got started in my place, and the orders that I placed on Amazon actually reached to my location. But on the day of delivery, that's when the lockdown started. So they could not able to deliver it to me, and what Amazon did was canceled my order and started rolling the refund for all the orders that I placed. Okay, so I got the refund for the monitor. I'm yet to receive the refund for another product which I placed the order for. Okay, so since there was no monitor, I'm recording this on the MacBook Air early 2015 model. Okay, and my Mac Mini is also not so new. It's late 2014 Mac Mini, which was replaced with SSD later by me. Okay, somewhere in December of 2018. Okay, so Macs are known for reliability. It's going to last longer for you. So as a struggling artist, a breakdown of a small component like a computer monitor, took a toll on me in emotional level as well as in terms of work environment and everything. It kind of halted my work for almost a month now. So I really can't express what will happen if either of my computer breaks down. I don't think I'll be able to replace these computers right now with the current financial situation. So hope you guys don't mind. This is not some pathos video. Okay, I just want you to know these are my vlogs, and I would like to express what I feel like at this very moment. Okay, so I want you guys to remember my old video about the electric skateboards, which I made somewhere in 2020. So wherein we discussed about the overview of electric skateboards. Okay, so what I felt today is I'll make some video wherein we'll learn about what is there in the electric skateboard, and what you actually do when you tell somebody you're building an electric skateboard. Okay, either you're building components from scratch, or you're going to build something that is already available in the market, and you buy them and you assemble them. Okay, so that's what we are going to see today. So we're going to configure an electric skateboard, and by doing this, by configuring this electric skateboard, we are also trying to understand what is the market price and how it is easy for us to build in India, or what it would cost for us to make this electric skateboards, or buy things from abroad. I mean from India, from US or from China, when you want to import it, how things it will be. We'll think about all those stuff. Okay, so what are all the parts of an electric skateboard? Okay, so what you have here is an electric skateboard. This electric skateboard has some visible elements which you can immediately notice, the wheels, the trucks, the deck, and the motors. Okay, and you will find some casing in the bottom, and you could call this casing as battery casing or something. And what is inside that battery casing is like this battery casing will enclose a battery, and it will have some ESC, which is called as electronic speed controller, which drives your motor, which controls the motor via remote. So this enclosure, battery enclosure, will also have a receiver of your remote, okay, which you have it in your hand, and you control the speed of the electric skateboard via that remote. So there will be a receiver in this enclosure. These are different components. ESC is a different circuit board. The receiver is a different circuit board. Then it will have a power button, and it will have LED lights if need may, and connections to the motor. Okay, the motor might be having some sensors, or it doesn't have any sensor. Mostly BLDCs have sensors. Okay, brushless motors are more efficient. Okay, so it will connect to those ESCs. Okay, so that's all you will find in this enclosure. Pardon with me, this is not my complete regular go-to computer, so you may not find the exact tools that I had in my previous screen recording videos. Okay, so what you will find here is me explaining you the stuff that you see on the screen. Okay, try to follow the cursor, probably that will help you, and Safari will be more efficient to work with in a small size computers like this. And I'll try to make this video much faster, because like I don't think there is much space in my 128 GB MacBook Air. Okay, so or I'll try to do this in two parts. So what you're looking here is another electric skateboard, probably a ripoff, or which is something more like a boosted board. Okay, I think this is a WowGo board. Okay, so what you find here is a different types of enclosure. Okay, so you find an enclosure for battery separately. You will find an enclosure for the electronic speed controller, and the remote for receiver, and the power button separately. Okay, so the battery enclosure sometimes will have the display, which will show you the amount of battery left, or the charge that is left in that battery, and it will also give you the details of what else, the ride kilometers. Sometimes I'm not sure about that. I think your remote will give you those details of the speed, average speed, and all those things. I think, yeah, probably your battery enclosure might have a display which shows the battery levels. Okay, so this is another type of enclosure you will find it on an electric skateboard, and we are looking here is another type of electric skateboard. So by this time, when I showed you all the three types of electric skateboards, you might have found a difference in all the three. Okay, the first one we saw is a direct drive electric skateboard. Electric skateboards are classified in driving systems. So the first one, which I'm telling you here, is the direct drive electric skateboard. The second one, which you saw here, the boosted board kind, is a belt drive electric skateboard, and the third one, which you're seeing here, is an hub motor. Okay, hub motor in the sense like your wheel is the the motor itself. Okay, your wheel is built around the motor. Okay, pardon me guys, that was my webcam. Okay, it kind of stopped working when I was doing parallelly two things, like I was recording myself as a movie, and I was also recording the screen via QuickTime. Okay, so I probably won't be able to record myself, I believe, or I can use my phone. Okay, I think I can use my phone for this purpose right now. I'll just take a minute or less than that to record myself here. Just give me a second or so, like tripod that I have for my phone is where my webcam is placed right now, so I might have to lean my phone onto the water bottles that I have. So okay, this is going to be of some lower angle anyways, so this is just for the people, like if they have to follow me. Okay, if I show some hand gestures or something, that'll help them. Okay, the video is already in two parts. Okay, so as we were talking about, the electric skateboards are classified depending upon the drive system. You have the hub motors, wherein the motor itself is a wheel. Okay, you have the silicone rubber built around the motor, and you have the belt drive system, wherein pulleys and bells are used to power the wheel or transfer the power from the motor to the wheel. Okay, and you have the direct drive systems, wherein like motor is kind of attached to the trucks of the electric skateboard, and you have a protruding axle from the motor wherein you attach your wheel directly. So the drive, there is no loss of power in case of direct drive motor, because like your motor and the wheel are separate. So, and the advantage of direct drive system is like you can change any type of wheel that you want. You have a restricted type of wheels that you could use with the hub motors. You might want have the manufacturers make some sleeves wherein you can put some sleeves over your hub motors, that could suit your off-road riding or urban riding or something like that. Say like you want to travel on grass, or like you want to ride over gravels, or a pavement. You might need some different type of rubber sleeves that go over the hub motors. In case of belt drive system and direct drive system, you can have any type of wheel that you want. Okay, you could change and configure your electric skateboards. Okay, so we saw the general things that is there in the electric skateboard right now. So the wheels, the trucks, the deck, and the battery casing, and the battery casing enclose a battery, and then it has a ESC, it has a receiver for your remote, and it has a power button, and some things will have some LED lights and a display showing the power of your battery, and they have the connectors to the motors. Okay, so these are the things which is inside the electric skateboard. So when you say like you're building an electric skateboard, what do you mean exactly? It's like you're not going to build an electric skateboard from scratch. Okay, you're not going to 3D print your wheels. Yeah, of course it's possible. You are not going to cast the trucks all by yourself. Of course it's possible, but you're not going to do all those things, like build things from scratch, and you're not going to put the plies all together, stack them together, and build your own deck for your electric skateboard, paint them, put a custom grip tape. Everything is possible, but you're not going to do it all by yourself. Like most probably when people say like what they mean by building an electric skateboard is like it's more like assembling in computer. Okay, wherein assembling in Windows computer, wherein a desktop computer, wherein you buy your motherboard, your graphic card, sound card, video card, whatever that is there, you buy everything, and you connect them, put them together, and connect your monitor, keyboard, mouse, and start using it. Okay, so what you mean by that is you're building a computer in the sense like you're buying the stuff which is already available in the market, and then you're putting them together and you're making them work. Okay, so that's the idea behind this. Okay, so what we are going to look here is with the electric skateboard is something similar. Okay, so if you ask me like you can if I want to, I'm kind of nerd, I love to work with things from scratch. Like if you want to build your own ESC, it's definitely possible. There are websites wherein like you could go in and design your own PCBs, order them and have them send it to you, and then you start building your own ESC, putting all the components that is necessary, resistors, capacitors, microchips, and everything, that requires some incredible level of expertise. Okay, so you have to be very good at soldering, and you should know like which thing goes where, and end of the day, everything is judged under a pack of cost effectiveness. Okay, so if you're going to build your own PCBs for ESC or the remote, there are few circuit boards inside this so-called battery casing, wherein like you will have a battery management system inside the battery pack, and you will have a electric circuit or the board for the electronic speed controller. You will have a electric circuit board for a remote control receiver. Then you will have some sort of a very small electric circuit board inside the power button as well. And so if you're going to build all these things by yourself, it's definitely possible, but the success rate is like very 50-50 kind. Like you might want to order 2 or 3 PCBs. We do not know, or we cannot guarantee like all the PCBs that you order online would work properly. Even after the perfect build and soldering, the ESC electric circuit board that you build, may not work. So again, the price is almost equal to the things that is already available in the market. So by you're ordering 2 or 3 PCBs, but the price in the end of as a finished product would almost equal to the price of the ESCs which are already available in the market. So I would definitely suggest you to buy those things from a different manufacturer which are reliable, and then start using it. Like manufacturers like Flockbox or FlipSky, they are known to be reliable. Seeker, for direct drive systems. Okay, so that's what I would advise. And by building an electric skateboard, what they mean is like sometimes people do build their own battery packs. Okay, so most of the things that you want to build by yourself will require certain amount of skills and certain amount of tools actually. So you should own those tools by yourself to build all these things for you. Like in case you're building a battery pack, you will need a soldering gun which would solder the nickel strips to your battery. Okay, most of the time you would find people using battery cells of 18650 or 21700 of Samsung or of a different manufacturer. Okay, so 18650 is a configuration which talks about the height and the diameter of the battery cell, okay, and the capacitor of the battery cell. So if you're going to build your own battery pack, what tools you will need is like, first you need a voltmeter, wherein you might have to check the volt of each and every battery. You will need nickel strips. You need a soldering thing which solders a nickel strip to your batteries. Okay, you will need battery management system, and I'm not sure like how many people actually use an heat fabric around the batteries. If battery gets overheated, you need some sort of insulation between each batteries that is there in a pack. Okay, so you kind of build them into a configuration that is required for you according to the use of the electric skateboard. So 10S4P, 10S6P, 12S4P, 12S3P, 6P, whatever kind of configuration that you want to build. S stands for series, P stands for parallel. Okay, so series in the sense like it will give you a huge amount of torque and speed to your electric skateboard. P, the parallel connections of the battery will give you constant power, so that you will have some good range of ride with that electric skateboard. Okay, that's how you build your electric skateboard. So by building your battery with nickel strip, actually that's really a complicated procedure, because like if one battery in that pack is faulty, it's getting overheated and catches up with fire, like entire board will catch up fire. Okay, it'll explode, and you cannot replace that one particular battery when you're using the nickel strip. This happens because like when you're welding the soldering or welding the nickel strip to your battery pack, there could be some extra amount of heat generated from the welder to the nickel strip to the battery pack. Okay, so because of which it will damage the lithium stuff which is there inside the battery. So people don't use lipos generally. They don't find it to be more secure for this electric skateboard builds. Okay, very rare cases like tramper boards and other electric skateboard builders are expertise, so they kind of use them. Tramper also have switched to a different design of battery, like something like Tesla design, wherein you could actually replace that one particular faulty battery if that is going to spoil the entire battery pack. Okay, so when people say like they're going to build an electric skateboard, if you take a risk of building the battery pack themselves, or if you take the risks of building the electronic speed controllers themselves. Okay, or if you build or 3D print the battery case that you will find, the battery cases in India, if you're going to look in Amazon, that will cost you around 12,500 Indian rupees actually, just the battery case. It's plastic, nothing else. So it's way too expensive in India. Okay, so that's what people mean when they say like they're going to build electric skateboard. What they actually mean is like they're going to buy stuff and assemble them together to a configuration which they like. Okay, based on the drive system they like. So on the purpose of the ride that they're going to do, like on a hilly ride or a off-road ride or a urban ride, to commute to their office or everyday use or something like that, to the grocery stores, or some casual ride on the beach sidewalks, something like that. So that's what they're going to do. So there is a website by M Boards. Okay, so they have this kit builder stuff. If you go to this, I'll try to provide the kit builder link in my YouTube video at the description of this YouTube video. You can go ahead and try. Okay, so this kit builder will let you know like they already have the components from different manufacturers, and you're going to take those components and assemble them into one particular electric skateboard. Okay, so this is the kit builder. It's what you're looking here. First, whatever you see here, this is how the screen begins. Okay, I want you to start by choosing the drive system that you want to do. Okay, direct drive motors or hub motors or belt motors. Okay, I'm going with the belt motors for the first choice. Okay, and you want a single drive belt motor or single motor belt motor or double motor belt motor, dual motor belt motor. For the people who ride in India, I would suggest you to use some dual motor belt motors, because I'm a big scissor rider, I will require a dual motor belt motor. And for general purpose or any generic use, for the roads, type of roads that you have in India, or a sudden surge of torque that you will need when you want to overtake somebody in the traffic conditions of India, you will need a dual motor. Okay, I would suggest you a dual motor belt drive system. Okay, and you select that box of dual motor, then you will be presented with the options of type of motor that you want, the kilovolt, the power of the motor. Okay, 6355 or 6374. Normally when you're building this kind of electric skateboards, you could actually go for two low power electric motors, or you can go for a high power electric motor. I'm a big rider. I probably would choose an high power electric motor. In this case, 6374. If they have an option for 190 kilovolt motor, I would have chosen that, a 6380 or much more higher configurations. Okay, so I'm choosing this right now here, and you could choose different type of trucks. Okay, extended trucks or trucks with fixed motor mounts. So you could choose any of this. If you're choosing this type of extended trucks, probably you might want to add some motor mounts to it. That's where you will be mounting your motor. Okay, so I have chosen some extended trucks here. Okay, then I want to choose a battery. So I'm choosing an 12S battery here, and what type of ESC you want. So with the ESCs, there are single ESC. I mean, like, this ESC will work for one motor only, a single motor only, and you can have two of those ESCs to work simultaneously for dual motor setup. Okay, you could have it that way also, or you could buy an ESC which is already configured or made for a dual motor setup. Okay, the advantages of single motors only ESC is like, in case of any problem, if the electric circuit fails, only one motor or electric speed controller will fail. Other motor will be functioning, so probably you will be able to get to your home or the place that you want, the last mile. In case of any failure, in this case, both the dual electric motor will not function. Okay, but the flock box or the flip sky dual motor electronic speed controls are known to be more reliable. Hence I'm choosing this one. I think this one is flock box, fork box, sorry, not flock box, fork box. These things confuse me. Then you can choose the latest remote that is there, and type of wheels that you want. The wheels are of different types here. So what you find here is a ABEC. Okay, you see the pattern type of holes that is there in the center core of the wheel. This is ABEC, and the type of holes that you find in these orange wheels, which is having plenty of holes, like lemon seed. This is Kegels. Okay, and then you have something called cloud wheels. Okay, it's called all-terrain wheels. Okay, I would probably go for a BEC. I'm choosing something for my urban ride. Okay, and obviously the belt drive system. If we have to talk about the belt drive system that you are going to use, that in itself is a big topic or a big video to be made. It has too many things to talk about, too many technical details, wherein like the size of the belts that you want to use according to the power of the motor, number of teeth in the belt, number of teeth in the pulleys, so the gear ratios, the tension that you need to adjust to, what are all the parts in the belt drive system. So there are too many technical details to be discussed here, but still, as of now, you can say, like, in the belt drive system, what you'll visibly see is some pulleys and some belt. Okay, and the deck of your choice, they have only one here, so I'm going to choose that. Yes, obviously I'll need a grip tape. I don't mind if that is of M-Board's grip tape, and an enclosure wherein you will put in your battery, your electronic speed controller, and your receiver of your remote, your power button, and what else, LED lights or display for your battery, remaining battery, or what, all the things that you need. Okay, and you can choose the type of hardware that you need. I'll choose in 1.5 inch hardware, 1/8 inch of an riser pads. Yeah, I need bearings. I'll add spacer speed kits. You know the spacers by now. You must have, if you are watching or following my videos. And yeah, I could add a different black grip tape if I don't like the M-Board's grip tape anyways. Or I could use an hexagon grip tape. These are cushion grip tapes actually. These grip tapes come in hexagon shape, a separate hexagon. Okay, you will have to properly space them and paste it to your electric skateboard. It will not stick to the entire length of the board, but you can place it to the places where you keep your foot on the electric skateboard deck. So this is how you configure your electric skateboard. Okay, so as of now you will have understood like what are all the parts of an electric skateboard and what will contribute to the configuration of your electric skateboard. Literally you are assembling your electric skateboard kit. Okay, say let's configure an hub motor. Okay, so I'm choosing an hub motor. With the hub motor you can choose the size of motor wheels, 90 mm, 70 mm. The bigger it's better. Okay, and you can choose the configuration of batteries they offer. Then you can choose the 10S3P or 10S2P configurations they offer. Then the type of ESCs they offer, and the remotes they offer. and the deck, grip tape, all the usual stuff that we did for a belt drive system, okay, and a battery enclosure and everything, okay, as simple as that. I'll provide you the link in the description. You could go yourself and try it for yourself, okay. The final one is the direct drive electric skateboard. I'm surprised like why they are giving a wheel adapter to a direct drive electric skateboard. The wheel adapter should be there for the belt drive system. Actually, this is the one which kind of goes along with the pulley as well. So there will be a wheel adapter in belt drive system as well. Okay, so probably there is a a wheel adapter on direct drive system also. I haven't owned or built an electric skateboard till date. It's way too expensive for me to do that in India. So I told you about my computer monitor situation, so I won't be able to. If I have to say, I probably saved my enough to buy one wheel in an electric skateboard. That's all I can say. Okay, so I've chosen the pulley that I want. So these wheel adapters, as I told you, to the different types of wheels that you have, the ABEC wheels, the cloud wheels, or the all-terrain wheels, or the other type of wheel that you saw, Kegel wheels. Okay, so the wheel adapter will match to that holes that is there in the wheel. So if it is Kegel, you might find a wheel adapter which has similar holes like the lemon pattern in the wheel. Okay, if the wheel adapter is ABEC, you will find the different types of wheels that is goes along with that thing. Okay, so you have the connectors. I always choose ABEC, and if need may, I will go for a cloud wheel setup. Okay, well as right now we are working on the direct drive system. Okay, and I have my Wi-Fi on. I believe like this one is not hacked yet, so that's why I have kept it all online while we were building this entire stuff. Okay, so choose your remote, your ESC, deck, your hardwares, whatever. This is all similar stuff. So this kit builder is kind of an idea, for you to understand like what goes in your electric skateboard. If at all you want to assemble one for yourself, you can. I normally, if you're going to build an electric skateboard via kit builder, I don't think they will send you the parts of this kit builder for you to assemble it in your home. Like if you're in India, they don't send you the batteries. Especially they have some constraints in doing that. They have some restrictions to send the battery via air or ship. They can send you a complete electric skateboard, but they cannot send you batteries separately. They are prone to explode. So you might want to pay a little extra for the M boards or whoever the website you're buying from. They will build the entire complete setup for you, and they'll send the electric skateboards to you. Okay, so for the build that we have now, let me complete it with the required hardwares, riser pads, bearing, and spacers, and hexagonal grip tapes. It amounts to $909.41. When you're going to convert this into USD, 909.41 USD, it's like 68,430.83 Indian rupees. So this is just the direct conversion of the product price, but you will have three things added to this price above the 65,000 or 68,403 rupees. Okay, 430 rupees. Okay, what are those? The three things is like the IGST, okay, and import duty and the shipment charges. Okay, so when all these three things add up to your product price, it will probably come to 3 or 4 times the cost of the electric skateboard naturally, because these things weigh almost close to 10 kgs and above. So for a shipment of a product which is about 10 kgs is like really expensive, and import duty for such things, and IGST for such things, vary from 30% to 100%. So you're paying way more than you actually expected. There is a YouTuber, a very young YouTuber, and it's a very old video, like dated to 3 or 4 years old back. And that kid has bought a boosted electric skateboard for almost like 1.5 lakhs in Indian rupees. That's like 150 grand in Indian rupees. So it's way too expensive than you imagine buying an electric skateboard in the US, okay? Because like you earn and spend in dollars. Here, like you got to earn in Indian rupees and spend in dollars like 70 times more. So according to the currency conversion. So every Indian buying a product from US is like they are working 70 times harder. So that's the idea here. So you will have three things added to your actual cost of the product, which is the import duty, GST, and the shipment charges. So what do I suggest in the end of this video is like when you're configuring an electric skateboard, I would generally suggest a belt drive system, and you need to have an cover for the belt drive system. Okay, Indian roads are prone to have a lot of gravels or fine dust or small stones or pebbles. Okay, so that might get into your belt, and it will damage your pulley gear systems. Okay, or it will actually stop and rake your pulley system. So I would advise you to have a cover for your belt drive system. And you can actually use an direct drive system, but you need to have a proper cover for your motor. Otherwise, your motor is not secure here, because like when you're riding at certain speed, all the pebbles that's going to hit your motor, it'll damage your thing. Unless and until you're riding on a highway which is super clean. Okay, like it rained yesterday and it was super clean today. Something like that situation. So in general conditions for Indian roads, I would probably suggest a belt drive system. Okay, and I personally like direct drive systems. You can also go for a direct drive system unless you know where you're riding, like you're taking it for your work or for a coffee on a good roads. I would suggest that. Hubs, I probably won't suggest, because like due to the I'm sorry, due to the road conditions, it's a mix of good roads and bad roads. Hub motors can deform here. So I don't think I would suggest an hub motor. Okay, so either a belt drive or a direct drive system. So this is how you configure your electric skateboard. These are all the elements which is there inside your electric skateboard. So from my previous video about the overview of electric skateboards, okay, what I told in the end of the video is like there are possibilities that I could build an electric skateboard and everything. That's what people wanted to hear lately. That's, as I understand, they thought like I'm going to build an electric skateboard. As you saw the complexity that is there with your build of an electric skateboard here in India, it's really hard for us and for me to build one. Okay, and you don't get all the components like as a one-stop shop that you would find in M-boards. Okay, if you go to Amazon website or Amazon India, you won't find all the Flipsky ESCs or the motor mounts or the trucks for your electric skateboard or the decks for your electric skateboard. You don't find deck for longboard itself. Okay, you don't find orangutan wheels or cloud wheels or abec wheels. Okay, so there are a lot of things you don't get in India. Okay, so if you're going to buy those things from abroad and you're going to bring it here, in case of any technical failure, you don't have any service industry to support you at all. So you're like buying something knowing that you're going to trash it somewhere. It's going to age in a few years, and it will go to a place or a state like you can't use it anymore. Like that money is gone forever. Something like that only for now. There are no electric skateboard companies in India. There are few DIY companies pop up every now and then. I could see them on Facebook or the longboard communities using them. but I don't see them to be more efficient. Okay, so they did not last long. Also, those companies closed, shut down. Like much faster. These are nobody would buy 30 grand or 40 grand in Indian rupees much expensive electric skateboard for their kid in India. They will whack their kid's head, go ride a bicycle. That's like 2 grand or 3 grand in Indian rupees. Nobody would buy a 30 grand, 40 grand electric skateboard for their kid. Chal, go. That would be the attitude here. So somebody is gonna get hurt real bad, hurt really bad, as Russell Peters would put. Yeah, that's the situation here. So yeah, with the way we started and the way we are going to end is like this is how you configure and these are the parts which is there in the electric skateboard. So you might find like there is no point of departure with this video, like what is the notion and what is the idea of this thing is like I'm just trying to give you an overview of what it takes to build an electric skateboard in India. Okay, so hope you got what I said, or hope I tried to communicate everything that I want to say today. Hope you like the video. This is Kicha signing off. Peace.